Hey guys, just wanted to show you how this decal goes on this hood. So first thing obviously is to clean off the hood. I use Windex or something to get it on. If there's any wax or anything, it's not going to stick real well. So make sure you get whatever you need to off of that. The second thing is when you get it, it should look similar to this. What I found is the easiest way to do this is to cut this circle out where the emblem goes, being it's raised. Otherwise it's going to give you some trouble when you're going to put it on and position it. So I just cut it out with the razor knife and toss that out of the way. Other than that, you should just need a card or something to kind of squeegee the air bubbles out of it. But that should be about it for kind of things you need. So first thing you want to do is kind of just peel this clear layer off the backing here. And it works best if you go slow. Sometimes it'll want to stay on the backing, and just kind of do it at an angle to the backing. And be careful not to let it roll over onto itself, otherwise you end up with a kind of a mess. It'll all stick together. So throw that to the side. All right, once you got that done, just take this thing, and what I found works best is if you kind of bend it into a U shape like this. That way it doesn't make full contact with the hood right away, and it's easier to kind of position. So kind of what I look for is this point down here at the bottom where the star is, and then this point, there's kind of a dull point here on this stripe here. But there's a point here on the hood, and then there's a point here, and I kind of try and line those up and also kind of center it around this logo to get it as straight as possible. But again, kind of bend it into a U to get it set where you need it to go. You can see it's sticking a little bit, but just, and when you kind of think you have it where you want it to go, what you want to do is just kind of set the center down first. Okay, I didn't want it there, so let's try this. Something like that. I like to set the center down first and then kind of just let the edges roll out. Like I said, you get the center in there first, then you can kind of work out from the middle is kind of the best method I've found. Just kind of work that air out with your fingers. Looks like I got it pretty good there. And then I'll just take this deal here and whether you use a credit card or whatever, and just kind of work from the middle and work those air bubbles out. You're going to want to put quite a bit of pressure on these things when you do this too, just so it sets on the hood good. Otherwise, when you go to peel the backer off, it's going to want to lift up with it. So take some time and put some pressure on this thing to make sure that they're good and set to the hood. You'll see, I don't know if you can see the camera, but you actually, it'll kind of get darker the more contact you put on it. That's what you want. You're inevitably going to have some air bubbles, but you can go back afterwards after this is done, and you can either pop them with a pin and flatten them out, or heat it up with a hair dryer or a heat gun, whatever works. Just kind of make sure that you get this whole thing nice and laid down. And then from there, the best thing to do is kind of start at one corner. I like to start up here. I've started in this corner before, but there's a lot of little pieces here, so I like to start with the big first. Kind of pull 45 degrees to that corner, and then lay it right over and just kind of roll it back like this slowly, and just kind of watch and make sure nothing starts lifting on you. If it does start lifting on you, you can just kind of pull this back and lay it back down if you need to. Again, kind of slow and steady is the best way to do this. And then just kind of watch it around these stars, because there's a lot of little edges and that kind of thing that will have a tendency to lift up if you didn't get enough pressure on them. Especially at the edge here. So. Alright, and that's done. And from there you can, if you, like I said, if you have air bubbles, you can kind of work those out with a card or something, or pop them with an air, or a pin. But that's pretty much it. Make sure you kind of squeegee it out one last time, just to make sure it's all attached to the hood good, and that's all there is to it.